3. I'm going to confuse you. 2. On your next one, elbow, knee, toe, hand. Elbow, knee, toe, hand. 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm sick.
You happy with it?
Yeah. Oh, just look at that! Right off the rip. You're with Sebastian, and I'm here with Leila from Pulse by Leila.
Oh, sorry. Didn't see you there. You ready to get some biz?
Leila, thanks for taking the time out to have a chat with us here today. It's great to be in the space. It's a cool space. Can you tell me a bit about how you got started into this world of working out in Pilates?
Yeah, so I've always been like someone who loves exercise. I was a competitive swimmer when I was a child,
Nice.
and then I started long distance running.
Mm-hmm.
So I was very avid that like I had to run every day, and like if I didn't run every day, like I was horrible to be around, and it was like my like source of everything. I just loved running. And then about just 3 years ago, so exercise was always really important for me. I would have done Pilates in the house, stuff like that. But the idea of going into a workout class was so daunting to me. And I lived in Australia about 6 years ago. And at the time, Pilates was really booming over there. And I would have loved to have went to a class, but I felt so shy. And like that I couldn't step foot in day class. And I'm not a shy girl at all. But it's just like, it's a very daunting experience for someone. And then about 3 years, 2.5 years ago even, I stepped foot into my first reformer Pilates class. So it's on the machines in Belfast. Found out the studio was there. Fell in love with workouts in class form. Went to hot yoga that week as well, down at Hot Yoga Belfast. And from that week on, like my whole life changed. My view on exercise. I don't even run anymore. Like I love classes, and I go to every studio. Like if you've been to a workout studio in Belfast, like you'll see me there.
Good stuff.
And it just changed it completely for me. It just became something so fun. And like it just changed my life. And I went to that studio once a week, and then twice a week, and the next time it was 7 days a week. And within the year, I was an instructor there because I just found my niche, and I was like, I always knew that I loved exercise, but I wanted to work in the food wellness sort of industry. And then once I found classes, I was like, that's it. That was it for me.
Good stuff. That's
and
class.
it goes on and on. I got my MOT certificate, and then I opened this studio in February last year.
And when you say this studio, can you tell us where we are exactly in Belfast for everybody watching?
So we're in G-Star in Belfast city centre and not in Botanic. We do have a couple of people that thinks the studio is in Botanic.
Fair enough.
It's up the stairs in city centre. It's a lovely studio space. Maybe if you guys can see a couple of wee shots of it or whatever.
Absolutely.
And I was actually the first employee ever employed in G-Star 4 years ago.
Unreal, look at that.
So that was class. I loved it so much. I used to live in Australia. I worked in an acai bowl shop on the Gold Coast. When I moved home, I just wanted that work, and there was nowhere in Belfast that had that sort of
that vibe.
Lifestyle, that vibe. Like, and then G-Star was a building site at the time.
Really?
So Sam and his wife Vicky were opening G-Star. I met up with them. I had just moved back from Australia. I worked in G-Star for 3 years. I then started teaching Pilates, and Sam said to me, you know, our storage room upstairs, come on up and open a studio. So there was a desk. We were covered in boxes. I'll send you a photo. Maybe you can insert it.
Yeah, cool.
We were covered in boxes. There was stock everywhere. I had a little desk, and I studied for my like APPI certificate. It's like all about physiology. I had to learn membranes and plasma. I had to learn every part of the anal triangle, which is absolutely nothing to do with Pilates. Like, what has that got to do? But I took the hardest test. I studied for it and took my test in here, passed it within 3 months, and it was supposed to take a year online. And then straight away, studio was up and running within the next 2 months.
Good stuff.
Yeah, powerful.
And that's part of the journey that got you into being an instructor, what you're discussing here?
No, I was still working part-time in G-Star, and I had started instructing reformer Pilates in the Lisburn Road in Studio 7. And then, like, Sam saying, you know, open a studio upstairs was that push to get me my MAT certificate.
Okay.
And now I teach MAT in about 5 different studios in Belfast.
Sweet.
Plus my own studio. I teach 10 to 15 classes a week. And I love mat Pilates. Like, I thought reformer Pilates was my love and my all, everything.
Yeah.
And I still love it so much, but I teach it like once a week, and there's so much you can do with mat Pilates.
Cool.
And there was a massive gap for it in Belfast.
What's the difference between, you're saying, mat Pilates
and reformer? So reformer Pilates, it's got very popular in this last year. We really saw it in the studio. There's wait lists every day. It's so hard to get into a class alone. It's on a machine that looks like a medieval torture device.
Yeah.
So maybe a wee pic of that as well. when you get on it, like, it's crazy. There's nothing like it. It's basically a carriage which moves. You'll connect springs, heavy resistance springs, and it's like a strength Pilates workout. It's amazing.
Okay.
It's great. Mat Pilates, you've got no support. It's all yourself and your body. And you'll not get a look in this whole interview. I'll keep talking the whole way through.
You fire away. That's what we're here for.
There was mat Pilates classes in Belfast. I found they were all very physio-led, which is amazing. There's such a place for it. But none of them had that element of fun and like dynamic movement and lightheartedness.
That's where you come in.
So I was like, do you know what? I got that wee go ahead for up here, and I was like, I'm going to bring something new. Like, I'm all about the music. Music has such an influence. I have people who come to my class at Pulse just because they love good music, and they find it hard. They find it hard to get a class where you get consistent good tunes the whole way through.
What do you call a good tune? Whenever you come in here, what do you listen to?
Well, it started off, as we can see everywhere, I'm very 80s. I was taking like 80s aerobics. It was all 80s tacked out tunes the whole way through, and it sort of evolved now, like a nice middle ground. But like all hits of the 80s, like, which sounds hilarious that it's tunes, but they're those songs that you hear and you're like, what a banger, haven't heard that in so long.
Yeah, they get you moving.
Yeah, so really upbeat, love a synth, love anything. We love Diana Ross, we love anywhere from Kraftwerk to like Lionel Richie, do you know what I mean? Like just the like anthems, like, and it's so important. I do have 2 playlists on, so I have a public Spotify playlist, and on my link in my Instagram bio, we've got all the class playlists on there.
Nice.
And people are always asking what music do you play. It's all on there for everyone. No gatekeeping the tunes, no gatekeeping.
Get it out there, you know.
So just something lighthearted and fun. So I do classical sort of not physio style, but classical slow burn Pilates, and I blend it with HIIT sort of gym inspired exercises. So we do burpees, we do squat jumps, we do jumping lunges, tuck jump, anything that you can think of.
Yeah, there's a lot of movement. Good stuff.
We do that in the middle to break up the time, so you're not just burning the whole way through. We turn the tunes up, we do circuits, and then we'll slow it down. We'll come back, do pulses. So 45 minutes. And it goes so quickly.
Yeah, I'm sure. Especially with like good company, good music, you know.
Yeah.
I can really feel that energy.
Yeah, and it's just about creating a nice environment, because like I was saying, with me being a confident person, and I could walk into any room and talk to anyone, but a workout class seems so daunting to me. So I just wanted this to be a very chill, relaxed environment where like nothing, like a lot of fellas, a lot of young girls even as well, are intimidated by coming into like a prestigious looking yoga or Pilates studio, and I'm just like, no, I want the feel to be, this is for everyone. It's for every body shape, it's for every gender, it's just an open space. And like when you come in, everyone here is so nice, and like Pilates is for everyone. It's not just for young girls who are on TikTok following the trends. It's so beneficial for everyone. If you have past injuries, I teach people who are 70, I teach people who are 16, Brilliant. I teach people that have hip replacements, I teach people who are like gym rats, do you know what I mean? It is literally, real spectrum. It is such a spectrum, it's for everyone, and it can be like a solution. It can be a solution to so many different wants in life, or, you know, like injury, if you want to get stronger, fitter, condition, like it's literally, it's magic. It's great.
Good stuff. I can really feel the positive energy flowing out of you when you're talking about this. You've got a big smile on your face, and I can just tell that people should get down here and get involved. Good for you. Yeah. Especially, you know, getting in here from such a, you know, you're the first person through the door. You're getting your own space, and now, you know, you've got so many locations that you teach at. Do you say teach? Do you say
teach, instruct? I just say teach. And it's like whenever I'm teaching, like I'm there with everyone. It's not like that I'm this higher power that knows everything, and like it's just chill. Like we're all just moving together. and there's never any expectation. Do you know what I mean? All I care of people in the class is that they're moving safely, and I'm always saying it doesn't matter what you look like, it's how you feel. Do you know what I mean? So you can apply that to so many different things. You can say you want to feel your hamstring, it doesn't matter what it looks like, or you want to feel good when you're moving. You don't want to punish yourself. Exercise isn't punishment. It's not something that you do because you feel crap about what you ate, or that you want to get skinny, or you want to get fit, or you want to get. It is all about feeling, and it's making yourself feel good from the inside out. You know what I mean?
That's a great way of putting it. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
And also there's another side to you as well. You were talking a little bit before about photo shoots that you were doing, and behind us here we've got some examples of photography that you're involved in.
Yeah, so
tell us about that journey.
Yeah, so when, like I said, the 80s was a big sort of influence on what I wanted to create with this studio in particular, and I thought like Instagram and marketing is a massive thing for me on Pulse.
Absolutely.
And before I opened in December, I launched my page and I had done all these photo shoots. So Bri Coles is a photographer from Belfast, and I loved her work.
Check her out.
Check Bri out, she's so talented. I got her and I did photo shoots in December. I opened in February, had 2 photo shoots done by the time I opened. We were all creating this sort of idealistic approach to the brand, and I wanted to create a brand for myself that was like something that stood out. So every studio tends to keep a lovely boho clean look, and I just wanted something that was not that at all.
A bit different.
Yeah, a bit different. I wanted like to create that sort of 80s aerobic synth wave feel.
You can see that on your Instagram when you're on your page.
Yeah, especially when you scroll back. When I really wanted to keep it to this sort of dream-like aesthetic. And so many people noticed it. It was catching people's eyes. I did a giveaway with the reel, and it got like ridiculous amount of views because she had chopped up some really cool clips. And we were doing like aerobics home workout video style, and I loved it, and I was trying to keep that up.
That's what you want.
But then I found in this last few months I've changed it to where it's more personal. It's me doing follow along workouts, and it's mostly you'll see there was a lot of group stuff, and now it's mostly me because it's more achievable for me to be in the studio. Taking videos in the space.
Of course.
At the start I was totally opposed to that. If you scroll back you'll see I wanted everything very dreamlike, idealistic, and then I just found I was getting a lot of a better response when I made it more personable.
Exactly.
And more
there's an
like
evolution there, you know, you learn, you grow.
Yeah.
And where you are now, you know, there's more evolving to go, so who knows what the next step
is.
is.
I'm getting another photo shoot. Sebastian's going to join us for the next photo shoot, apparently. He's coming down. He's got the headband on already.
Yeah.
He's letting on as if he did in the class before this. He didn't. He came in, threw water over his face, put the sweatband on, and was like, just on the 6 p.m.
Yeah, it's getting hot in here. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what a journey you've been through, you know, everything you're telling us about, and the evolution of your space here that we're in, the journey that you've been on from Australia to here. What do you see the future looking like for you and your brand?
So I find with having your own business, it's a lot of ups and downs. Some weeks are busy, some weeks are dead, and it's just sort of riding that wave. So where I am now, I just want to keep exposing Pilates to as many people as possible. I want to get more guys in who feel comfortable that they can come to a Pilates class and they know it's not too easy. It's definitely not too easy. Good luck to you thinking that. On a side note, I had a lot of guys come in because their girlfriends were going home and saying that was really hard, that workout.
Oh yeah.
And they were like, yeah, hard. And then they would bring the boyfriends. I always get the boyfriends and they'd be at the back like, oh I'll not say that again.
Hold it there, hold it back, elbows out wide, chin away from chest, tiny pulses up and down. Tiny pulses is the pulse and pulse by Leila. We go for 5, 4, 3, pulse, 2, 5. On your next one, hold it back, hold it.
But I want to expose Pilates to more people. I want to make it accessible to more. At the minute, I'm trying to set up an online platform.
Cool.
So I've been working on that this last few months, so that people can do on-demand pulse workouts. So that if they feel intimidated by a studio space,
they can still.
It's so friendly in here, but they can also have that option to do it from home. Some people have families, children, someone they're caring for at home. They can't make it in the studio. Working on getting that set up. I just want to have more people in classes and spread myself out of a lot of studios. my dreams just came true this last couple of days.
Oh, yeah?
I was a hot yoga girl, so before I did my Pilates training, I was either going to choose hot yoga or Pilates. I chose Pilates.
Okay.
And I just got back from LA last week, and I did a lot of hot Pilates over there.
Yes, heard a lot about it.
And I would love to do hot Pilates in Belfast. And next week I'm starting as a hot Pilates instructor in a lovely wee boutique
class.
Boutique hot yoga studio on the Malone Road.
Yeah,
called Urban Soul.
Brilliant.
So I will be in Urban Soul on Thursdays at 5:30.
Make sure you're there.
If you want to come and join me for hot Pilates, the same pulse workout, but in 40-degree heat. So very intense. Yeah. But if you're there, you know what the crack is.
Absolutely.
And it feels so clean for some reason when you're sweating.
Yeah, you're like cleansing yourself.
To feel clean, dripping in sweat is really special. And you can only get it in hot yoga and Pilates.
Yeah, I actually did a hot yoga session when I lived in New York.
Oh, yeah?
I actually did it one-off because I was so sweaty after it.
Oh, I love it.
I had to get on the subway home then, and I was not prepared for it,
yeah,
but it was a really good experience.
You need to have at least like a good 2-3 hours to like recoup after.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, so hot Pilates, I'm so excited to get in there.
Yeah.
And I like to just take things like as they come. Loads of opportunities have been showing themselves, and I just want to work really hard.
Of course.
And then the opportunities will come to me.
Good
I
stuff.
just love dedicating like every minute of my day to Pilates and my work, and I just love it so much. And it's my driving force. Like anytime I've been through a hard time, nothing can really get me as down because I'm like, I love my work, and I feel so honored to have at my age found work that like I'm so happy to go to. Like if everything else is I'm like, at least my job is like my passion.
Brilliant.
I'm so lucky. I'm so grateful to have found it now.
That's amazing.
Because people go their whole lives and they don't know.
They're always looking for it.
And here's me now. I've got it. You know what I mean? What more can I want?
So where can people find information about booking classes with you, like getting a good pulse workout in here in your studio? How can people connect with you and find that information?
So it's really easy. I'm on Instagram, Pulse by Leila on Instagram. There's a little link tree, or my personal Instagram, which is just Leila O'Neill. There is a little link in my bio. You can press it and you can book your first class, or you can see the timetable. Yep, weekends too.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited for this because I'm going to be doing a bit of a workout with Leila here in the studio. But also, I'm going to be tagging, obviously, Leila in the comment section or in the bio section of this video. So click through that, land on her page, give her a follower, check out the link in her bio, and get involved in the good stuff that she's doing. I mean, she's clearly loving it, so you're going to be loving it too.
You will love it. You'll never look back, and you'll be an instructor within the year as well.
That's it. Unreal.
I'm building an army. Have a good creep, have a good nosy. I allow you all. Don't worry if you like a picture from 2015. I'll know where you came from.